How about this? Gavin Newsom, he's the governor of California.
Newsom.
He signed Newsom, I call him.
But do you think?
No, he corrected me. He corrected me. I said, that's the first time I've been corrected.
There are CEOs out here. If they said those sort of things about a rival CEO, they'd be sacked. Do you think it's fine for a president?
But they don't have to survive like me. They don't have to go through what I have to go through. There's never been a president that's been treated like me, so I have to fight my own way.
Well, you made a very good job of.
He signed a bill in California 2 days ago that you don't even have the right to ask a person for voter ID. And if you ask a person for voter ID, of course you have to show voter ID. The only reason you wouldn't do, because they want to cheat. The bill says you cannot, it's against the law for you to ask a person, may I please see your voter ID when he votes? What is our country coming to?
We got it pulled up. All right, we got to pull it up. The top comment, I'm reading the top comment says Gavin Newsom to be sent to Venezuela. That's the top comment with over 1,000 likes. Yeah. They ought to walk him out. I'm telling you, they ought to walk him out. Put his hands behind his back. A disgrace. This fellow right here. Yeah. But he got some more bad news, and he just keeps getting bad news, man. And his approval rating has dropped. So I mean, that fella is man. But this whole deportation plan, I can't wait to see how this thing plays out, man. January 20th can't get here any faster. They're in for a rude awakening. Rude awakening, and I can't wait. I can't wait, y'all. But let's check this out, man.
California Governor Gavin Newsom wasting no time reportedly drawing up plans to help illegal migrants dodge deportation when President-elect Trump takes office. According to an internal memo obtained by Politico, Newsom is planning an immigrant support network to connect at-risk individuals, their families, and communities with legal services, schools, labor unions, local governments, etc. Ron Vitello served as Border Patrol chief during President Trump's first term. He's also been the acting director of ICE as well as a deputy commissioner of CBP. Ron, hope you had a fantastic Christmas. California is really trying to get out there, according to Gavin Newsom, in pushing back on the effort to finally get the border chaos under control. What do you make of this?
Merry Christmas, Griff. This is destructive leadership shown by Gavin Newsom in California. We just had an election on November 5th. People voted for secure borders, safe streets, and knowing that the president was going to initiate a deportation effort, not just because he wants to, but because we just had about 12 million people enter the country and being encountered by CBP crossing the border illegally. Something must be done about what just happened over this last 4 years. And now he wants to use the state's funds and the state infrastructure to flout federal law. This is a state that has some of the highest income taxes in the country, some of the highest sales tax in the country, and it got a $68 billion deficit, billion with a B. And so he's going to use taxpayer resources to protect who exactly? People who are in the country illegally, who broke the law to be there, and have also broken the law in the jurisdictions in which they live in California. And so this is destructive leadership shown by Gavin Newsom, and it is not what people voted for. It's not what the people of California need. But that's unfortunately what they have, this terrible leadership in the likes of Gavin Newsom in California.
You see why everybody packing their bags? They're just running everybody up out of there. Yeah. I'm telling you, I like that comment. Send Gavin Newsom they need to be sent to Venezuela. They ought to walk him out of there. They ought to put his. I'm telling you, he needs to put his hands behind his back. I'm pretty sure we'll all be fine with that. We'll all be happy. We'll celebrate. And Californians are just celebrate. I know they walk him out of there. Breaking news. Gavin Newsom taken into custody. Yeah. I'm telling you, people would celebrate. People will get off work, throw a party. If they walk Gavin Newsom live on air with his hands behind his back. I'm telling you. Yeah, it got to happen, man. But I tell you, January 20th, I can't wait till it starts. They in for a rude awakening. Yeah. We'll see how this thing play out. Destructive leadership. Yeah.
who's going to destroy that state if he hasn't already gone a long way to do it.
Well, Ron, we were just showing our viewers video of migrants crossing in the San Diego sector in Jacumba, California, where I spent a lot of time reporting this past year. And Governor Gavin Newsom has actually come down to that location where we are seeing migrants coming from all over the world, from Syria, Libya, Afghanistan, and an unprecedented number of Chinese, all of which potentially could pose a national security risk, some of them hitting the terror screening database. Yet Gavin Newsom is saying that he is going to lean in and further protect migrants in the sanctuary jurisdiction. What possibly is his motivation?
Well, they're going broke because of the wokeness of his politics. And you're right, it's been out of control in the San Diego border for the last 4 years, give or take. And he just wants more of that. He wants to incentivize people who break the law by coming into the United States to come into California. What for? Because he thinks it's good for him politically. You know, he went to the White House not to complain about what's going on at the border. He went to the White House to measure the drapes. This guy has no business being in leadership in California or any other state. He is not helping the citizens who work hard and pay their taxes and want safe streets and secure borders.
He's prompting some of his employees to speak out. This is the Department of Social Services spokesperson, the agency that drafted that memo, by the way, telling the New York Post this, quote, "This document is an internal and deliberative draft document meant for internal discussions as part of a number of possible considerations given the incoming federal administration's public remarks." It's interesting in the statement, they say, well, possible considerations, even they don't want to go both feet in like Newsom did.
This is not in the interest of the United States. It's not in the interest of people who want a secure border or safe streets in California. This is the wrong direction to flout federal law, and we knew this was coming as of November 5th. Him getting out there and pretending that this problem doesn't exist in California or that he's going to make it better somehow by using the state's infrastructure and the state's limited resources to protect illegal aliens who also break the law in the state. It's the wrong direction for a number of reasons.
Yeah.
But that there he is. You know, he's trying to put himself between the rule of law and the president's efforts to secure the border and have safe streets in California.
And Ron, just in the 15 seconds I've got left, what do you foresee with Trump and Tom Homan's challenge going into California? Is this going to be a problem?
It's already a problem in the state. It's a sanctuary against cooperation with ICE. They're just going to have to work hard and leverage that activity. The men and women of the front line know how to do this. They can do it professionally and safely with or without Gavin Newsom's help.
And they are ready to go. Ron Vitello.
I mean,